is visible to everyone, right? So I'd like to start the session of today related to basics of blockchain. And first of all, I'd like to thank Raizoni Institute for inviting me and providing me the opportunity to present some of the information regarding blockchain, as blockchain is like hot topic in present scenario of a global economy. Everything dies and everything's moving. So every individual these days is like the, the interesting blockade, how it works. And today in our session, I will be just giving some insights about what actually blockchain is about, and then how it gains such exposure and hype in current market. So let's begin today's the session of today about the basics of blockchain. And as you can see in the next slide, my short intro. I am Komal Rauniyar, currently pursuing my PhD and my research area being blockchain. Uh, I am here today to present some of the knowledge regarding blockchain. And currently, I am pursuing my PhD in one of the top university in China, and also it is the top 10 university of Asia. And the content of today's presentation is, like you guys can see, first I will be explaining Bitcoin versus blockchain, then I will be explaining the history of Bitcoin, what is Bitcoin, followed by what is blockchain, how it works technically, and the major benefits of blockchain, why organizations these days are attracted towards blockchain. And then I will be dealing with some real high profile examples of blockchain, right? And finally, I will be concluding today's session. So let's start, guys, with the first slide. May I have a first slide, please? Yeah, this one. Thank you. So first of all, I would like to, before explaining directly the concept of blockchain, I would like to enlighten some information about Bitcoin versus blockchain. I think still most of people are confused between Bitcoin and blockchain. Whenever we say the term blockchain, the words parallelly pops out like Bitcoin. But here I would like to mention that Bitcoin and blockchain are like different concept. See, blockchain is like entire whole technology, and Bitcoin is just a small application of blockchain technology, right? As we can see in the slide, Bitcoin is just an application of blockchain technology, where blockchain is entirely a whole technology supporting the data, decentralized, digitalized data structure, right? We can have the next slide, please. So here, first of all, I would like to give some insights about the history of Bitcoin. Like the concept of Bitcoin was popped out in 2008 by pseudonyms called Satoshi Nakamoto, and it was only registered in 2009. After the trading of Bitcoin started in 2009, and within short period of time, after 2010, when the formally stock exchange of Bitcoin was started, in 2011, the value of one Bitcoin was like one USD, which is very minimal value, right? But slowly, next slide, please. But within the short period of time, the exposure of Bitcoin was so high that the value of one Bitcoin, immensely rised, making the value of one Bitcoin to like 10,000 USD till the end of 2017. So here we can see the fluctuation of one Bitcoin from the beginning of 2010 till 2017, how drastically it like rised. Uh, Here it was the transition point, in 2014, when Microsoft accepted Bitcoin as the first digital cryptocurrency. It was then people started to see the concept of Bitcoin and blockchain, right? So basically, what Bitcoin is? Bitcoin is just a digital cryptocurrency, the first digital cryptocurrency which actually exists in the cyberspace, right? And as explained earlier, it was like the idea was introduced by Satoshi Nakamoto uh, from the cyberpunk community. However, initially, during the initial phase of beginning, like 1 to 2 years, the bitcoins were circulated freely, like with no increment or decrement in the value. It was the first initial value was $1. Actually, it's $0.50, and it had no increment or decrement in its value. But when Microsoft legally accepted Bitcoin, it was then when the price of Bitcoin increased drastically, and people started to know about the blockchain technology, and people started to become more keen interested about what blockchain technology is all about. And at that time, when the value of Bitcoin increased like drastically, major countries with huge economy, let's say USA, China, and other some European countries started to work in the area of blockchain technology. Yeah, so next slide, please. Can I have the next slide, please? Yeah. So this was some small, like concluding what exactly Bitcoin is. Bitcoin was just the first digital cryptocurrency, and it was the most successful implementation of blockchain technology, and which actually made a platform for blockchain technology, right? And now I would like to begin what actually blockchain technology is. Please, can I have the next slide? And this is the simple ecosystem of Bitcoin. Like we can see, there are infinite participants, but how with the anonymous security and the increased value of Bitcoin, and this is how the entire scenario of Bitcoin works. Higher number of participants, higher the security, and higher the value of Bitcoin. And now we move on to blockchain technology, like how blockchain technology got, we can say, like how blockchain technology get popped out or more exposure through the increment in the value of Bitcoin, the digital cryptocurrency. So next slide, please. Blockchain technology is a decentralized digital ledger uh, where each and every participant in the entire network is the data sharing in the blockchain is like completely transparent, and each and every member are interrelated, right? Can I have the next slide, please? This diagram shows like how the concept of blockchain works, using like how the one block is related to other block, and simultaneously we can see. So, blockchain is basically a decentralized digital ledger where participants are interrelated with each other, and the flow of data is completely transparent. This is why most of the organization in the world of digital technology are accepting blockchain, right? Like we can see, blockchain is a database technology that is based on distributed ledger, which is shared by various owners. Like if one person makes change in the network, who is connected in the blockchain technology, if one person makes a changes, then all other participants adopt the same data changes. No one can manipulate or like something like that. So blockchain basically can help to eliminate fraud and any types of human errors, and is able to trace down even the smallest transaction and changes in data sharing. Thus, this is what actually blockchain is. Blockchain is basically a database technology which is unique in comparison to traditional database, where the information sharing was, or we can say the data structure were more of centralized, right? But the most unique part of blockchain technology is something is like it do not requires any third party organization, let's say bank or something, to record the data. Like here in this slide, we can see the centralized and decentralized concept. Traditional database use the centralized concept. Like we can see how entire participants are just connected with one central body, we can say. But in this decentralized data sharing, which is the blockchain architecture, we can see how participants, we can see like how every member of the blockchain architecture are interrelated with each other. Then we can see how the data information sharing, or we can say the data sharing, is completely transparent, as each and every member are interrelated with each other, right? So this is the reason why organizations are adopting technology in comparison to traditional database structure, right? So we move to next slide. Like here. So, as I explained, was the unique part of blockchain technology. This is one of the interesting example of blockchain technology, like where uh, the giant company like Walmart company, everyone knows how huge is Walmart, how it in technology. Here I want to demonstrate this example. Like a few years back, Walmart had to face like a huge goodwill loss and financial loss when customers started to return their goods purchased because of quality issues, right? People, all of a sudden, customers started to return the goods purchased from Walmart, and Walmart was like keen how and why customers are returning the goods because of quality issues. It was then when it started to look find the supplier who supplied such low quality products. But due to lack of technology, as that time there was no any blockchain kind of technology, they were failed to determine which suppliers in the supply chain supplied the low quality products, right? And it was at that point when Walmart incorporated a full version blockchain implementation into its supply chain to deal with such problems in future. Now they can like track and trace every single details in its supply chain, which supplier supplied which kind of goods at what period of time. And now with this application of blockchain, now it is easy. Yeah, like blockchain, Walmart do not need to face such problem in future, right? Thus, having said that, researchers in in the research